Good evening, everybody. This is Greg Burton along with BJ Perro. It has been a long time, about a month.
Yeah.
But we are back now with Rock Creek boys basketball. This is an added game onto the Rock Creek schedule. Just came on the schedule last week. This team is called LKY. They are from Kentucky. I guess LKY stands for Louisville, Kentucky. But it's a basketball program composed of homeschoolers.
Yeah.
And they've got a really, really neat program, a series of programs going on over there. I had the opportunity earlier to talk to their coach, Walter Collins. It was just an informal conversation. I didn't record it or anything. Very pleasant man. He was telling me about all the things that they've got going. My grandson is a third grader at Whitfield Academy. They were in the championship game of league tournament, and they played this team called LKY, which I'd never heard of before. LKY just buried my grandson's team, and totally unexpected. Tonight we had the JV boys, Rock Creek boys versus LKY. LKY just ran over our JV boys. That was surprising.
Yeah.
Very, very surprising. It was 20-something points, but it wasn't that close. It had been up to 30, most of the second half.
And the girls were very good too. I mean, surprisingly, that doesn't, because they're homeschooled doesn't mean anything. I just never heard of them.
No, me neither.
And they're solid.
I see on their roster, and Chris Brown talked to me about this too, one of their assistant coaches on the JV is Brian Kaiser, if that name sounds familiar. He played basketball at U of L. He was a starter, a player. I think he was on that 2013 team that won the NCAA. That you won't see the banner for it, but they won it anyway. So anyway, Rock Creek's at home tonight against LKY, and it's like I said, it's been a while since we've been on broadcasting. I think our last,
it was a different year even.
Yes, you're correct. Yes, our last game was December 20th, so it's been 11 and it's been 28 days since the last time we were on the air. Since that time, Rock Creek has played 3 games. They beat Huntington, St. Joseph's, West Virginia by 12 points. They were in a tournament at Crothersville, and they lost the opening game to Waldron. That was totally unexpected. And then they came back and really beat Crothersville pretty handily by 19 points. This all comes via John Harrell. So if you ever...
Well, there, I got the screen up so they can see it.
Oh, look at that. That's impressive. Those of you who have, any information about Indiana high school basketball, boys or girls, or football, go to John Harrell, JOHNHARRELL.net, and you can just navigate from there.
It's a passion project. It's an impressive amount of information he was able to cobble together.
It is totally magnificent. It
Yeah.
really is. All right, I had an opportunity, as always, to talk to Coach Chris Brown during the girls' game. Got me keyed up here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, and this is what he had to say. Joining me once again is Rock Creek coach Chris Brown. Coach, you just mentioned as you came up here, it's been a long time since we talked here.
Yeah.
So what's been going? Give us a lowdown on what's been happening.
Well, a lot of practice this week. Got two practices in last week, I think, maybe 3. 2 game cancellations against 2 really good teams, and just getting after it. So we're, this game popped up. We had an opening on our schedule and kind of threw it together quick, and we're ready to go tonight.
The games that were postponed was Corydon and Southwestern.
Correct.
Corydon's rescheduled. What about Southwestern?
Southwestern's the 28th, Tuesdays, January 28th.
You sent that out. I
Yeah.
remember reading that. So, do you know anything about this team tonight?
I do. They're well coached. Brian Kaiser, former U of L player, is on the staff, and I think his son played on the JV, but younger kid. But they got some good players. They got a good team. They play hard. They're scrappy. They like to get up and down the floor, which we do too. So, be a situation where, hopefully we get some. It's a game the day before the Brownstown game, so we got some. We got our work cut out for us, and this weekend, and hopefully we can get a win here at home.
Speaking about Brownstown, that's tomorrow on the road, and of course they're defending whatever class they're in, state champions.
Right.
I know they graduated the Bintard boy, but they're
Yeah.
undefeated right now.
Yeah, and their JV
Like
their
three?
JV went undefeated last year, so I mean they just reloaded, and Coach Benner, I mean he and I talk a lot, and he's fantastic. I mean he is such a good coach, and so you try to get your program, just to have the culture, and we have a great culture here. We do. When I ask people, what do you think about it? We're going to play hard. We're scrappy. We're flying across the floor. We're some years you're better at that kind of stuff than others, and whatever. This year's been different for us because we lost a lot of size and stuff, and we just play a little bit different. But he's got a great culture there, and it's winning. I mean, and that's the one thing you see when you're watching them on film, watching them live. They've taken a step ahead, and they know how to do it. Silver Creek's done that. Some of the other teams have done that, and that's what you're trying to get to that level where we were 2 years ago.
Has Rock Creek ever played Brownstown at Brownstown?
No. This will be the first. We've played them neutral court a couple times, the North Davies Classic, and
I was there.
Bobcat, and we've been competitive, but they've gotten us at the end. But they're, my coach used to always tell me you're down 10, 12 points, maybe 15 going on the road sometimes. You're down 25 going there.
It is a tough place to play.
It is.
I used to sports write for close to 20 years. That and Scottsburg were the two hardest places.
Scottsburg, Meyer Gym is a tough one. It gets
yeah.
so loud,
Yes.
but we're up for the challenge, man. We do that for a reason. I mean, it's going to. I mean, we have an opportunity to. It either helps us to get better, or it's going to. I would take a game like that. If we're competitive and have a chance to win and put ourselves in that situation any day over a blowout win or something like that. You just want your guys to be challenged, and tomorrow's going to be a challenge, and tonight's going to be a challenge. We haven't played almost two and a half weeks, so we're going to see what we're made of.
Yeah, you were in the Crothersville tournament. Did you go 1-1? Is that what?
We did. We laid an egg that first game and came back, played a really nice game against Crothersville, beat them pretty handily, and we were supposed to get a third game. A team had to drop out late. I don't remember who, Evansville Day maybe, but and so a 7-team tournament ended up getting us a game short. And anyway, so we finished 1-1 and basically third place, but that was a letdown for us. We should have won that tournament, but it's a learning moment, and our kids, it was a good slap upside the head and a learning moment. Hopefully we won't do that again,
That was early. Was it a morning game?
It was early morning. Yes, it was early morning, and day after Christmas. It's one of them trap games you don't like to do. And they shot 24 free throws in the first half and 22 in the second. I mean, we're not deep anyway. You got to learn to adjust. You got to play smart. We're down 18 going into the fourth quarter and came back and cut it to 2. Just could not get over the hump. So
I looked at the tournament layout of the tournament before you played. I thought we ought to win this one.
We should have.
that
We
was
should
my
have.
thoughts.
Yeah, but we screwed the tournament up. I went losing that first game, so and it cost us a game. So, but anyway, moving on. We that's last time we played, and we'll get, like I said, get back after it tonight, and hopefully be able to shake off some of the rust.
Now, who's your starters tonight?
We're going with Taylor in the 1. Going with Kalen, KB in the 2. Chance is going to start. Keandre's been out a couple days this week, sick, and we're going to go with Chance McFarland in the 3.
Last time we played, this is the starters that I had right there.
Yeah, Carson
same ones?
and Garrett, same ones. Yeah.
Good. All right, I won't have to change that for the online
Yeah, no, it's
display.
good. So, but Keandre will see plenty of time. He just gonna come off the bench tonight. But and we've worked a lot against the 1-3-1 press this week. So if we see that tonight, it might be ready for it. Because I know Brownstown's definitely going to throw it at us. But again, we'll see. But we're looking to get up and down, get after it, and get up down the floor, and hopefully control the glass. The things that we have to do are pretty basic. We gotta compete on the glass. Got to win loose balls. Play the pace that we're trying to play. Make them uncomfortable and hit shots. I mean, take care of the basketball. Don't turn it over. We've been pretty good at that. Our plus minus is really good. Yeah. And our assist to turnover ratio is outstanding right now. So hopefully we can keep that going and push that, keep that going, get a win, and get going in the right direction for the new year.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Chris
Appreciate
Brown,
you.
coach of the Rock Creek Lions. All right, so once again, that was Chris Brown. Whoa!
Sorry, hit the button.
Wrong button there.
Yeah.
All right, you might want to join us at halftime. This will happen right after halftime. I interviewed Rock Creek ball player Carson Smith also, just like we did last game with Jamarcus Hamilton. We played his interview at halftime. So we'll have Carson Smith's interview.
Yep, sorry. Look, you got a taste.
Oh, don't you love electronics? They work so great when they work so well.
Yep.
But anyway, so tune in at halftime. Keep tuned in at halftime. We'll have Carson Smith interview as well. Having an interesting little thing to report here. We play Brownstown tomorrow night. Brownstown is a really good team. They're the defending state champ in 2A last year. They moved up to 3A this year. They're undefeated. I think they're ranked like third in the state. Chris Bush just came up to me. He's used to teach here, and he's a teacher at Silver Creek. Silver Creek has a really, really good boys basketball team this year, right? Ranked in the state and everything. They are playing Brownstown tonight at Brownstown. Halftime score, Brownstown 42, Silver Creek 15.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully they'll get it all worked out. The Brownstown get all their points worked out tonight. Not have any left over for Rock Creek tomorrow. Let's take a look real quickly at tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for LKY, as you can see on your screen, man, I just love this. I just love
technology.
All right. Number 2, he's a 5'10" senior, Jensen Hayes. Number 3, a 5'3" senior, Monty Edwards. I think I may have missed something there. Number 2 is Jensen Hayes. He's a sophomore. I have it wrong on the screen. He's a sophomore. Number 14, Maddox Binge, is a sophomore. I have him as a senior as well for whatever strange reason. He is their leading scorer for the season. I think he's averaging about 14 points a game. Number 25, and he is a junior, Marshall McCartney. And number 34, a senior, Ezekiel Taylor. Go ahead and switch to Rock Creek. We can get it real quickly.
Yep.
For Rock Creek, we already know that. Here's the 5. Kalen Brown, Javon Taylor, Chance McFarland, Carson Smith, and Garrett Gullion as Chris Brown went over us. Our tallest player is 6'3". It's Garrett Gullion. And then we have Carson is 6. Carson is taller than 6 feet. I look up to him.
Yeah,
I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he shot up there.
Yeah. So anyway, we're about ready to start. And take it away, Kevin White, Jim Voice of the Lions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lions Den, the third game of tonight's triple header against the Saints of LKY and your Rock Creek Lions.
Okay, is Kevin White like the man behind the screen, like in the Wizard of Oz? I don't see him.
Yeah, it's like the Wizard of Oz.
There he is. He just walked in the door.
The country will claim our national anthem. just like we planned it.
All right, so
Again, more technical difficulties.
yes, on the national anthem. I don't know if they could hear it online. I could just barely hear it here. Go over the lineup once again. Kalen Brown, a 5'10" senior guard. Javon Taylor, a 5'3" senior guard. Chance McFarland, 5'11" senior. Carson Smith, a 6' junior, and Garrett Gullion, a 6'3" senior. Now I know why I got all the heights wrong for LKY. I just copied the Rock Creek. I changed the names, but I didn't change the class.
Hey, we've been out for a month.
Yeah. The rust,
Yeah.
cobwebs are on us. All right, I'm looking at the John Harrell page right here. I'm just looking at upcoming games that the Lions have. Tonight, LKY, Louisville Homeschool. Tomorrow night at Brownstown. Tuesday. Oh, wow. A road game on a Tuesday night to Cannleton. That's
On
a
a
long.
Tuesday?
That's a long drive.
It's an hour and a half of driving.
Oh, at least. At least about 2 hours.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday night. Then next Friday night, they're home against Providence. That'd be a tough game. The following Tuesday, they're home against Southwestern. The following Friday, the 31st, is going to be homecoming. That's against Lanesville. And then February the 8th, which is a Saturday, and that's an afternoon game. That's against Crothersville. So, counting tonight, there's 6 home games left. And right now, Rock Creek has a record of 7 wins and 3 losses. You know, I got some upcoming tough games and upcoming really winnable games as well. You would assume that probably Cannleton, Lanesville, Crothersville, those are all, you be pretty confident you could mark those down, although you should never overlook anybody, which is apparently what happened in that Crothersville tournament against Waldron.
Yes.
So we lost that game.
You always play down to your competition.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
No.
So as you can see on your screen, the teams are being introduced. The Lions are now. So once again, Carson Smith just announced, got coming up at halftime, got to interview with Carson.
But you have to wait till halftime for that.
That's enough to keep people around.
I'm sure there's, in the broadcasting industry, that's like a thing. There's a term for that, like the little nugget that
like
keeps,
a bait.
Yeah.
Yes. I have Carson in 2 classes, the first period each day and the fourth period each day.
Like I will say, I've known Carson since kindergarten. Mm-hmm. He has gotten.
Oh, he's matured.
Yes,
he's
matured. There we go. That's the word
I like having him in class.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I never call him down, but he's fun to have in
Yes.
class. All right, Garrett Gullion jumping against Ezekiel Taylor. As always, the Lions going from your right to your left. You know what irritates me when announcers in the gym, they say they're going towards the west goal. I can't figure that out.
You're like, I don't have a compass.
Real quickly, a 3-pointer is good.
Starting out strong there.
And an answer by Carson Smith. That 3-pointer was by Maddox Binge. And the Lions got the ball down quickly. Carson put it in. There was a foul called on the play as well. You got it early.
So
the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Was that not a 3?
Oh, I thought it was.
So did I.
No, it was just a 2. He's just now telling the scorekeeper. I thought it was a 3.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, just where he was standing. I
did
couldn't
Carson's
tell
fall? Oh, shoot, I got the wrong. Oh, hold on, people. There we go. All right.
Old-fashioned 3-point play.
Oh, I have it.
Because Carson ready to convert here, we hope.
Huh.
Uh-oh, we got something wrong with the ball.
Problem with the basketball?
It's either wet.
I thought Carson, honestly, I thought he was pretending if he asked the ref if he wants him to sign it. That's what I was like,
yes.
That is a bold move.
They're actually getting a new ball. I'm guessing that the ball hit something and had a gash in it or something.
Yeah. Because it didn't start until he dribbled that one time and then he noticed it.
Right. Carson, always alert.
Always alert.
Except when I give him vocabulary words.
Well, you know, when has vocab words ever helped anybody?
Yeah. Well, they help me. when I teach and when I write. Although I've talked about this before, I really have to. What's the right? Oh, nice three-point play. I have to scale back my vocabulary when I teach.
Yeah.
I don't use my regular vocabulary. Oh, they get it down quickly, LKY, but there's nothing there. Binge once again. And about a 10-footer in the lane will not fall. Fight for the rebound. Out comes with his Chance McFarland. Gives it to Kalen Brown down the right side. Dribbles in the lane. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Nice play. Wouldn't fall, though. Jensen Hayes with the ball for LKY. Passes it off. A three-pointer is good by Monty Edwards. That was actually a three-point play.
A lot of running right now.
Yep. Carson Smith once again answers for the Lions. He has all 5 points for Rock Creek. It's 5-5 as the score. Hadn't even played a minute yet. Pass underneath, off the glass. No good, but a foul is called. Going up for the shot was Ezekiel Taylor. And that foul was on Jensen Hayes. That's his first, team's first. Ezekiel Taylor at the line to shoot two. The left-hander puts it up and good. Have you panned the crowd? Can you see the crowd much from the picture?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a, I wouldn't call it sparse, but I wouldn't call it big crowd either. Second free throw is no good. Fight for the rebound. McFarland comes out with it for the Lions. Brings it up the right-hand side himself. Passes to Kalen Brown. Gives it up to Javon Taylor. Javon.
Do you know where
Nice
LKY is?
give and go.
Where they're located at?
Somewhere in Louisville.
Okay.
Javon Taylor on the give and go. Nice pass from Kalen Brown. Give it to him. Something a lot of kids don't go. Well, I think we got to travel on that. That is. That's something you don't see very often anymore. I mean, that was something that ingrained in us since we first learned to play basketball. You pass and you cut.
Yep.
And that last play by Javon was just it. Javon, pull-up jumper, will not fall. Oh, thought Garrett was going to be called for a tomahawk on the rebound there.
Bold pass.
Yeah. Hayes being guarded by Brown. And a foul's going to be called on Kalen Brown.
Miss Hart's joining us.
Oh, good. Welcome, Miss Hart. All right, into the game is Keandre Davey, who didn't start tonight. And that replaces Kalen Brown. That's his second foul. Less than 2 minutes into the game, he's got 2 fouls. That's usually not a good thing for the Lions. LKY driving the lane. This is what their JV did, too. They moved the ball and they penetrated.
I mean, they're solid. Like, they move well, constantly looking.
Yep.
Rebounding, boxing out, all the fundamentals.
That foul is on Garrett Gullion. That's his first, the team's third. Now, LKY varsity the record is only 2-11.
Really?
The coach told me they graduated 4 seniors last year, had a good team last year. Jensen Hayes at the line misses the first free throw. The word he used when describing his team to me was inexperienced.
Okay.
So they're in a learning process. Their season's not even half over yet. They got a lot of games. All right. Hayes puts in the second free throw, ties it at 7. Pull up. Javon Taylor from the free throw line is good. My fingers are going to get a workout tonight putting these points in the book, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. This is a run and gun.
Both teams.
Yeah.
Potentially, anyway. Hayes being guarded by Taylor. He's got to give it up, do something. And ball's knocked away by Taylor. Stolen. Pass ahead to Taylor. McFarland.
Wow.
Shot was blocked. LKY in front court. Almost stolen. Hayes out on the right-hand wing. Passes to Ezekiel Taylor. Pull-up jumper just in front of the free throw line is good.
I'm not going to lie, this is an entertaining game.
Yes. Our last game was very entertaining as well.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. Pull-up jumper by Carson Smith off to the right. Didn't allow for the windage on that one. Javon Taylor, long rebound, puts it up, no good. Once again, Carson Taylor off the glass. Carson Smith, I should say. Don't know where Taylor came from. Carson Smith, he now has 7 points, 7 out of Rock Creek's 11 points. And a foul's going to be called on Garrett Gullion. That's his second. I don't think he thinks that was a foul.
I'm going to. Yeah, he would know, though. Why would he lie?
Yeah, he's closer than we are.
Exactly.
So Rock Creek with 2 players quickly with 2 personal fouls, Kalen Brown and Garrett Gullion. And that puts Marshall McCartney on the line. Misses the free throw. Cut off part, truncated, nice vocabulary, cut off part of his name on my sheet here. And he misses the second free throw as well. Smith down with the rebound. Head quickly to Javon Taylor in front court. Going to set the offense. He fakes left, fakes right, goes left, does it again. Pass. They move it around. Nice ball movement. McFarland, a three-pointer, will not fall. Rebound taken out by Jensen Hayes. Long three. That's no. Oh, he banked it. Three-pointer by Monty Edwards. I was getting ready to say that's not close because it wasn't online. Whoops. Sure didn't look online, but it banked. 12-11 is now the score. Lead back to LKY. Garrett Gullion, pull-up jumper's no good. Long rebound comes out to Monty Edwards. 3:40 to play. Opening quarter. Quick three-pointer is good by Maddox Binge. And we got Kalen Brown coming back into the game. That's Chris needs something. Ball's knocked away. We got what we have.
Yeah. Some shoving going on too.
That foul is on right. Is that on Garrett Gullion? That is on Garrett. That is his third personal foul. All right, so early foul troubles creating some problems for the Lions. That's the 15th foul. So that LKY for the next 3 minutes and 24 seconds of this quarter will be shooting 2 free throws every time.
There's a lot of action going on.
Yep. I think we're up to the task tonight.
Yeah.
At the line is Maddox Binge to shoot 2. Binge has 5 points. As I said earlier, he's their leading scorer on the season. He hits the first free throw. You said that JV game, you didn't see that JV game, did you?
No, I wasn't here yet.
They were just fundamentally efficient. They were good at what they did. 17-11, and this is what their varsity is. I know they don't have a good record, but they do the right things.
Yeah, they're very fundamental.
Yes.
Which I guess some people might look down on that because they're like, oh, there's no flash. But, I mean, look at what it's doing.
I'd rather win. Kalen Brown, nice move. We're going to have a foul called on Jensen Hayes. He doesn't like that call either. That's his second, if I recall right. And that'll put Kalen Brown at the line. Kalen hasn't scored yet. You knew that wouldn't last all game.
Mm-hmm.
Kalen's first free throw is good. 2 substitutes in for LKY, number 25, Marshall McCartney. And here you go, the man with the nice suits, Nate Armani.
I like his stuff.
Yes, yes. Can't afford any of it.
No.
Kalen converts a pair. Brings the Lions to within 4. It's 17-13. .245 remaining. First quarter, the ball's knocked away. And we're going to have a foul called on LKY in the backcourt. That foul's on Nate Armani.
Armani, his first, team's third.
Have we increased our cheerleader count? We got 9. I think the last game we did, we only had 6.
Yeah, I think a couple were out for a little bit.
Again, our cheerleaders, about the 3rd year in a row, just looking
Yeah.
Looking really well.
Yep.
Kalen Brown, straight away, top of the key. Count it for 3 points. And just like that, Kalen has 5 points. Brings the Lions back to within a point at 17-16.
Somewhere I had a mistake. I got it fixed.
Ezekiel Taylor goes all the way. Drives down the right-hand side of the lane, puts it up and in. Oh, you off a point?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Yeah. Pull-up jumper, Javon Taylor. Free throw line is good.
You know how when a game's moving so quick, you just tap and get to the wrong team?
Right. And the ball's knocked away, but it's gotten back by LKY. And you can have a, nope, didn't quite go backcourt. Oh, almost a foul on Carson Smith. Three-pointer is good. That is by Braylon Collins. That was a three, right? Yeah,
Yes,
it was a three. Shot no good by Javon Taylor. Down quickly. Benj going to go all the way. Lays it off the glass, and it falls.
Lions are going to have to tighten this up if they're expecting to maintain
Defense
any
is,
type of.
if they're going to, Rock Creek's going to win this game, it's going to be on defensive end.
Yes.
We can score. And that ball said it was knocked off the head of the Rock Creek player. Timeout called by Chris Brown. With 1 minute, 21 seconds to play in this opening quarter, it is LKY 24, Rock Creek 18. All right, we'll be right back.
We are sponsored by Industrial Machine and Tool. Unlock precision and efficiency with Industrial Machine and Tool in New Albany. The common sense solution for top-notch machining and tool solutions. From concept to creation, we've got your manufacturing needs covered. Explore excellence at Industrial Machine and Tool, where quality meets innovation in every project.
All right, we're back to action. Substitute in for LKY, number 22, Paul Johnson. 1:10 to play, opening period. Ezekiel Taylor working on Carson Smith, backs it in. 24-18 is our score. Pass underneath to Armani. Out to Taylor, he fakes, and we're gonna have a travel call, I believe. Yep, that is. Turnover for LKY. And Javon Taylor walking the ball up. Oops, looked at the wrong thing there. Goes to his left, in the paint, tries to, there was no one to pass it to there. Had the ball knocked away from him. There was 4 LKY players there. One of them picked it up. Down the lane, off the glass, up and in.
Whoa.
It was good. That was a nice move by Braylon Collins.
Had to pull that way back.
He earned those 2 points, we'll say that. Under 30 seconds to play. First quarter. 26 points in the first quarter in this run and gun. And Keandre Davey kicks it out. McFarland, 3-point, that's way off. You can tell that. 7 seconds to go. And they almost throw the ball away. Turnaround jumper is no good by Marshall McCartney. We played 1 quarter. The score is LKY 26, Rock Creek 18. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
We are sponsored by Industrial Machine and Tool. Unlock precision and efficiency with Industrial Machine and Tool in New Albany. The common sense solution for top-notch machining and tool solutions. From concept to creation, we've got your manufacturing needs covered. Explore excellence at Industrial Machine and Tool, where quality meets innovation in every project.
Once again, 26-18. Leading the way for LKY in scoring is Maddox Binge with 9, have Bonnie Edwards with 6, Braylon Collins with 5, Ezekiel Taylor with 5, and Paul Johnson with 1. For the Lions, only had 3 players score. Carson Smith 7, Javon Taylor 6, and Kalen Brown 5. BJ, I know you like to play cards.
Yep.
There is a strategy involved in most card games that have some degree of skill, and that's whoever controls the bid wins the hand more often than not. Nice three-pointer by Kalen Brown. And that's what I feel like Rock Creek needs to do. Needs to take the bid, take the charge. Well, we'll almost throw the ball away. As Binge wasn't looking, he turned around just in time. Same way in soccer, you can tell which team's doing better by which end the ball stays on most of the time. And we got a scramble down underneath. It's a held ball. It'll stay at LKY's end. Kalen Brown went to the bench early with fouls, but Chris Brown put him back in, and he's leading the way now with 8 points. And we got a held ball. Maddox Binge went up. There were 2 Rock Creek players there. They just tied him up. It wasn't a foul. It was a good block. And checking back in for LKY is number 2, Jensen Hayes. He went to the bench in the first quarter with 2 fouls as well. Javon Taylor walks it over midcourt, fakes left, goes right, spins in the lane, kicks it out to Carson Smith. Three-pointer is off the front of the rim. Looked good, but it was a little bit short. Rock Creek applying a little bit more pressure in the backcourt anyway. Trapping in front court, ball's kicked by Javon Taylor. And just what I said, take the bid, take charge. That looks like what Chris Brown is trying to do, applying the pressure to LKY.
Yeah, they've been controlling the tempo of the game, and
we've
just been trying to keep up.
Binge in the lane, off the glass is good. Kalen Brown had to back away with 2 fouls. 28-21. Javon Taylor pull-up jumper is no good. And fight for the rebound, out comes with it is Paul Johnson, and front court has the ball knocked away but picked up by Hayes. Hayes in the lane, gonna kick it out. Ezekiel Taylor, no good, gets his own rebound, no good, gets his own rebound again, goes up, we're gonna have a foul called.
I mean,
you can't give him 3 shots.
Yeah.
That foul is on Carson Smith. That's his first.
I mean, they're still in the game. I mean, it's still anyone's game, but
for sure
they are.
Ezekiel Taylor back into the game. I think I called Marshall McCarty Ezekiel Taylor earlier. I did.
I think the Lions might be a little shaken, too. I think they thought it would have been
an easy game.
Yes.
With a 2-11 team.
So I think once they can get over that real quick.
And down the lane is Kalen Brown. He's hacked as he goes up for the shot. One of the things that Carson Smith said during his interview, which you'll be able to hear at halftime, everybody.
If you stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned, which I don't know why you would. What else are you
doing on a Friday night?
I asked him what one of the things they need to work on. He said, we need to quit, I don't know his exact words, underestimating opponents.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a big thing I've noticed with this generation of players. We noticed it in baseball too, but just in general, they get cocky, especially with a 2-11 record.
Yes. Kalen misses his first free throw, puts the second one up. I bet he hits this one as he does.
He's usually pretty good.
A lot goes on with this generation. It's the moment now.
Yes, I want it now.
It doesn't make a difference what they did before. We won't pay attention to that. We're just playing in the moment. And we've got a travel going to be called on Jensen Hayes.
Jensen Hayes, that sounds familiar. Is that a student?
We had a Jensen at school.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hunter Jensen.
Yes. His last name was Jensen.
Yeah.
And it wasn't spelled the same. But But everybody, including himself, just called him Jensen.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Foul on Maddox Binge for LKY. That's his first. That's the team's second of the quarter. 28-22, 5:51 to play, first half. You can see their uniforms. It says LKY Saints on the front of the uniforms. Ours says Lions, which that's standard.
Every time you say LKY, I think you're talking about like the WLKY, like
the television station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kalen Brown on the move, fadeaway jumper along the baseline, no good. Rebound taken out quickly. Here comes the Saints once again down quickly. Jensen Hayes tried to pass it underneath to Taylor. Taylor gets it along the baseline, working on Garrett. Going off the glass is up and good.
Smooth.
That was. And again, Garrett with 2 fouls.
Yeah,
he had 3 fouls.
He's got to
he had to back off.
Which is actually good for Garrett. Sometimes he's got a temper.
Yes. 30-22. I think this is the largest lead of the game.
Oh, yeah. This is not a team, though, that once you fire that ball up, if they get the rebound, you have to get back immediately. There is no downtime because they got a guy running.
Davey missed the jumper, but the long rebound was taken by Carson Smith. He throws it up, no good, but he is fouled on the play. That's on Jensen Hayes. I think that's his third. It is. That's his third personal. So he'll be going out after this first free throw. Carson Smith up and good. For Carson, that now gives him 8 points. Into the game for LKY is Braylon Collins replacing Jensen Hayes. Brings the Lions to within 7, trying to cut it to 6. And off the front of the rim, bounce back, no good. Nice move. Pull-up jumper, free throw line, no good. That was by Monty Edwards out and running. Kalen Brown going down the lane, off the glass. No good, but a foul is going to be called.
There we go.
Kalen, he's really exhibiting his quickness here since he's come back in after those fouls.
Throwing it back to an earlier comment you made, what was that card game you taught us a long time ago?
Casino.
Casino, that's what it was.
I taught a couple kids that game this year.
Yeah, it's such a good game. I can't remember it now, but I do remember liking it.
If we play it once, you'll remember it. It's a real simple card game, but it's kind of addictive.
Mm-hmm.
I played it since I was about 6 or 7 years old. Into the game for LKY is Paul Johnson. He replacing Maddox Binge. That foul was on Binge. That's his second. Lead down to 6. Kalen Brown now in double figures with 10, make it 11. I also tried to teach a class to play the game Mastermind. You ever played that?
No.
You would like it. It's a deduction game. I use it. Hold on a second. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound. Kalen Brown gets it out to Garrett. It's a game you have to make deductions in, and it's kind of like a board game. One person chooses pegs of 4 different colors, or it can be same colors, whatever you want. And there's 6 different colors total. And we got a foul called on the play here. I think it's on Ezekiel Taylor. Nope. Oh, Paul Johnson. Garrett Gullion goes to the line. Garrett with no points tonight. Anyway, this game is a game of deduction. And I used it for a bell ringer for about 3 weeks for my geometry class, because we were talking about deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning. And I staged 2 tournaments. That's a game you would like as well.
Yeah, I have to check it out. I've never heard of it.
It's a game you have to purchase, but you don't need to purchase it. But for the championship, I gave away a game to the winner, a board game. 30-25, LKY kind of struggling here, finding the score here. Just as I say that, going up, no go, and he misses the easy shot. And that first shot was by Ezekiel Taylor, but rebound taken by Paul Johnson. Puts it off the glass. Javon Taylor on the move, goes all the way through. Garrett Gullion, free throw line, goes down the right side of the lane. Nice move by Garrett Gullion. Real nice
hook.
LKY people wanted to travel.
It's so rare that you see a hook anymore.
Yes. Nice move by Taylor off the glass. Ezekiel Taylor. 34-27, approaching the 3-minute mark of this first half.
I will say this is a very exciting game.
Yes. A lot of different things going on.
Yeah.
Ball's knocked away from Kalen Brown, but then a foul is going to be called on an LKY player. That is on Braylon Collins. Okay, Rock Creek had 5 early fouls last time. LKY has 5 early fouls this quarter. If you're behind and you could score without the clock running, that's good. That's a good, especially near the end of the game. Kalen Brown with 11 points, make it 12. The game we lost at Waldron, I think Kalen scored 31, if I recall reading it right.
Yeah. He's definitely stepped up as like the head of the team.
Yes.
I don't know if he's the official captain or whatever, but
yeah. Timeout called by LKY with 2 minutes 55 seconds to play in this first half. LKY 34, Rock Creek 29. We'll be back in about a minute.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right, we're back. 5-point lead for LKY. Rock Creek's hanging in there. That's what you want to see.
yeah.
You know it from playing baseball. If you're a coach, you don't want a team that's inferior to you. You don't want them to hang around very long.
No.
The longer they hang around,
Yep.
the more confidence they get. Underneath, attempted off the glass by Marshall McCartney. He was too far under it, and his back was turned. Rebound taken up by the Lions. Good opportunity here. Keandre Davey kicks it over to Javon. A three-pointer to the corner is good.
Yeah, you don't want the other team to be able to, in the locker room, go like, we got this, guys. We're close.
Yes.
And rally around something. Oh, my gosh. Sorry, I was off on the score. Okay, I'm caught up on score.
Three-pointer, that's no good. Hit nothing. That was by Paul Johnson. I think if Rock Creek can go in the locker room with a halftime lead, I don't think they'll lose the lead the second half. I really don't.
I think they're starting to get their footing now.
Yeah. Within 2 points here at 34-32. Keandre Davey to Garrett Gullion, who turns around, fakes a shot from the back of the free throw line. Kalen Brown, three-pointer, no good. I think it's three. Is either three or a long two. Down quickly. No good. That was by Marshall McCartney. Down quickly to Carson Smith. Nice move by Carson. That was a powerful move by Carson. That was textbook. Did a good job. That ties the game, 34-34.
I think they're starting to solve
that
the
was
puzzle.
A double dribble.
I think they're starting to solve it, figuring out where to go.
Yep.
Which turns out it's just fundamentals.
Yes. Just, yeah.
I mean, who knew?
Exactly.
Pass the ball, give and go, rebound.
Nate Armani back into the game for LKY. You know, I've used this analogy before. It's like, why are fundamentals so important? Well, why do professional baseball players field 100 ground balls every day? Have they ever fielded them before? It's just you're developing skills and habits that you don't have to think about.
Yep.
Why
That's
do
what we tell the guys in baseball.
Why do college basketball and NBA players shoot hundreds of shots a day?
Just 100 free throws before they go home.
Can't they hit them? Of course they can. They're just doubling down. That three-pointer by Keandre Davey. And that gives the lead back to the Lions at 37-34. I think Rock Creek scored at least 10 in a row.
Yeah.
And that put an end to that one. As a three-pointer by Braylon Collins. That ties the game. 38 seconds remaining. First half.
I assume hold the ball, yeah. We look for the last shot.
I guess. Yeah, down to 30 now. That's what it looks like we're doing here. So we got cheering going on from the LKY bench.
Yep.
D up, I hear them saying. At least that's what I think they're saying.
Solid
Down to 13. 10 seconds. Kalen Brown fakes a three, goes. Gives it to Garrett Gullion. He's in the lane again. Be called for traveling. I thought Kalen was going to shoot.
Yeah, I thought he was. That's why I was like, oh man, and no one expected it.
But Garrett had a closer shot.
I don't think Garrett expected it either.
No. Maddox Binge in for LKY, along with Chance McFarland for the Lions. Also in for the first time tonight is Jamarcus Hamilton. 3.7. We're going to have to Binge a long three-pointer, no good. So they played the first half to a draw, 37-37. Let's take a quick look at the scoring, and then if you want to key up Carson's interview after I give the scoring.
Yep.
First of all, for LKY, leading the way is Maddox Binge with 11. Braylon Collins has 8. Ezekiel Taylor 9. Monty Edwards 6, and Paul Johnson 3. For the Lions, leading the way is Kalen Brown with 13. Also in double figures is Carson Smith with 10. Javon Taylor with 9, Keandre Davey with 3, and Garrett Gullion with 2. 37 apiece. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Let's see what Carson Smith has to say to us tonight. Joining me tonight is Rock Creek player Carson Smith. Welcome, Carson.
What's up?
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Tell me about your role on the team as a Rock Creek Lion.
Right now, rebounding, playing defense, I'll score when I get the opportunity to. But right now, just playing my role, I'm comfortable with it. So.
You usually draw one of the tougher defensive assignments, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about some of the harder players you played against this year.
Probably, it was number 11, I think, for Lynn Stockton. He was really good. And then there was another player from Evansville Christian. He was good. Those are probably the best players I've guarded.
Tell me your thoughts, your feelings about how you think the team's doing this year. What are the good points? What things you still need to work on?
I feel like we're doing good. We just got to work on just not underestimating teams. That's our problem. We've underestimated a lot of teams, and we just come out flat.
Is that what happened at Waldron?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Coach kind of indicated to me. Y'all were flat.
Yeah, we came out really flat.
So what are the team's strengths that you see?
Definitely our guards and our speed. No other team in Southern Indiana can run with us at all. So, yeah.
Height or lack of height doesn't seem to bother you guys very much.
Not for real. I mean, it's hard at sometimes, but we're quicker at those positions where they're bigger, so it's easy at the same time.
So tell us about your basketball career. How long have you been playing basketball?
I've really been playing basketball since 5th grade, around that time. Yeah.
I know you played. This is you're a junior, so this is your third year. I remember you playing the last 2 years. Did you ever think you'd be starting varsity?
Nah, that was the main goal. When I came in as a freshman, I wanted to start varsity. But we had other players. I wasn't the best, so I obviously didn't. And in my sophomore year, I started JV. And then after that, I had a good JV season. And then few of our players left, so I ended up getting an opportunity to start. So I'm trying to make the most of it.
You have a lot of quickness. You may be one of the quickest ones on the guards are real quick too. Is that natural, or is that something you had to work at?
It's natural. I feel like my athleticism comes natural.
Well, that's a good thing. What are you expecting tonight from this team from LKY? You know much about them?
I don't really know, but I'm expecting them they come out play hard. They just beat our JV bad, so they came out and played hard. So now we really can't underestimate them because we've seen what they did. It was also a good JV team.
Yes,
so.
they were very good. I don't think they've lost a game this year. I talked to their coach, and I think they're undefeated. Now you got a real tough game tomorrow night at Brownstown. It's a tough place to play.
I've heard.
I've been there all my life. It is one of the two toughest places in Indiana, southern Indiana to play. So what do you all know about them?
We know they're good. They just moved up to 3A after they won state.
Yeah.
But we're just going to come out and play our game.
And
hopefully come out with the win.
Aren't they like number 3 in 3A?
Yeah, but rankings don't really matter.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have any personal goals you want to get accomplished by the end of the year?
Cut down them nets.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Carson Smith, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
All right. That was Carson Smith, and we welcome him for joining us tonight.
Yep.
And we've got 5.5 minutes before the second half begins, so you just hang it right here. And, BJ, you're going to play some IHSA stuff, right?
And we'll just keep the half court. Every halftime we have half court competition, so we're going to keep that going.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, last Friday night, opening night for high school football, weather was great, crowds were huge, seemed like all in all a tremendous night.
Oh, it was, Coach. I mean, it was the first chapter in the high school football story for this year, and it was. I mean, we received a lot of information back. Our staff was out across the state watching games, and, it's that time-honored tradition that local community does every year when it turns the lights on for the first football game, and people showed up. And as the teams, they say, then they showed out. We're still a few weeks away from knowing who's going to be, really good and who's got a good chance of making it to Lucas Oil Stadium, the home of the Colts. But, again, it was just a phenomenal night.
One of those nights where two number ones go down to defeat. Not something that happens very often, but we have to underscore the fact that it is the first week. There's some really good football teams, and coaches still aren't really sure exactly where they are and what they have, and that's why we talk about that concept of making improvement from game 1 to game 2 as being one of the most important weekends of the year.
Oh, that's exactly right. I have a brother that's an assistant coach down in southern Indiana at the old alma mater, North Posey, and it's and they won their football game, but that staff immediately went to work when that game was over with that night, dissecting film, communicating. Then they got their kids in, looked at them on Saturday, got them all, make sure that all their health checks were done. But then they went right back to work in the coach's office on Sunday, and they're putting together a game plan, finding ways that they can improve. And it was just that effort made, and it's incredible the amount of work, but the passion our adults have in working with our student athletes and trying to give them the best possible opportunity to win a football game and succeed on the field and meet their goals.
We're talking with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, something that I paid attention to, and I know you do, but the weather was great, which meant you had big crowds. And the importance of that is hard to underscore, hard to state for people. You're financing an entire athletic program oftentimes off what the revenue from football is. So the better the weather, the more tickets you sell, the more money you make. Those tickets are incredibly important for you to support the student athletes in your community. And we're hopeful that we can have similar weather throughout this football season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we want to, we're chasing a little heat this week to make sure we keep our kids hydrated and following proper protocols. But, it's going to cool down a little bit towards the end of the week. And, yeah, it is so important for people just to show up and go watch a football game and support. And it doesn't have to be football. It can be anything that's going on at the high school that week, whether it be volleyball or boys or girls soccer. And it's just the purity of high school students participating for their school. And you got to get out there and watch them. And it's fun to watch the game, but it's really about providing resources for schools to develop kids that are going to give back to their communities in many ways through the rest of their lives. And it's just so important. And it all starts with going out and watching the game.
We also have, obviously, our fall sports in full swing. It's a great time of the year, and it's fantastic to be on these campuses of our schools watching and being a part of what's happening with the fall sports programs.
Absolutely, Coach. I enjoy it so much to get out there and watch what goes on in these communities. And again, it's part of the fabric of this great state and the state of Indiana, because an education-based athletic system still matters here.
All right. Am I? All right. Couldn't hear myself there. I can now. All right, we're back here. Second half of action here. Tie game, so we're just starting this game over, playing 16 more minutes. Hopefully it's just 16 more.
Although this is a game that I can see going overtime. I don't want it to.
I don't think it will. I think we'll probably pull away from them here. Second half.
I think the jitters are done.
I think so. Rock Creek trapping immediately to come out, and it's almost successful there. And throwing up a shot, no good. That was by Monty Edwards. And Chance McFarland drops the ball out of bounds. Well, the defensive effort was there, just the turnover. LKY along the baseline, right-hand side of the lane. A long three, and not enough. Another shot. I think there was a foul or two in there somewhere.
It looked like it.
Yeah. Here comes Rock Creek. They finally get the rebound. There's Kalen Brown on the move. And gives it to Garrett Gullion through his hands. Almost stolen. Garrett, pull-up jumper is good.
Makes up for it.
It's like he wasn't ready for that pass or tried to do something before he actually caught it, is really what it looked like. You see that in baseball.
He's just a man who likes to take his time.
Yeah. Steal by the Lions ahead to Javon Taylor.
Nice.
Reverse layup is good.
Now that was very, you know what? That gets us smooth. Where's Smooth? Oh, I don't have it on here.
Oh,
Dang
remember
it.
you did? Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah. That was very smooth.
41-37 is now the score. Jumper is no good by LKY. Rebound, no foul. Man, not going to call fouls this half.
Doesn't look like it.
Carson Smith on the drive off the glass is good. And just like that, it's a 6-point lead for the Lions of 43-37 as the Lions have scored the first 6 points.
Figured it out and turned it around.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Looking better.
Yes.
Looking better.
This is how we've seen them play like this before.
Yes, and they always look good when they play like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have you checked? Is Mr. Blackburn tuning in tonight?
I do not see
If
him.
you are, welcome, Mr. Blackburn. Northwestern Ohio? Is that where it is?
Yep.
Is it Northwestern Ohio?
Yep. He's usually the one that tells me when I forget to turn the scoreboard back on.
The miracle of information in our age, you know.
That a man in like 400 or 500 miles away can watch a game in real time and then tell me that I did something wrong.
That's
technology.
Great. That's great. 6:36 to play, third period. LKY in front court. Really having difficulty just moving the ball around. Rock Creek's defensive pressure really picking up. Pull-up jumper along the baseline is no good by Jensen Hayes. Here come the Lions once again. Here comes Carson Smith down the left-hand side. Out to Kalen Brown. Pull-up three is no good. Doesn't hit anything. Tried to save it in as Garrett Gullion. He was too far out. Couldn't get it in. Hey, we appreciate all the people who tuned in the last game. We got our record number of views last time and shattered it. Muscling it up is Ezekiel Taylor. More views last game that we did against Ohio County than any we've ever had by a big amount, by like 50%. Javon Taylor passes it over to Kalen Brown along the sideline. He kicks it back out and nowhere to go. Lions leading by four, 43-39. Turnaround jumper in the lane by Kalen Brown is good. That's smooth. That's just good.
That should get it smooth too.
That's just good. Kalen now up to 15 points. Three-pointer is in and out, no good. Rebound by Taylor, no good. Puts it back up and in by Ezekiel Taylor. That three-pointer was attempted by Monty Edwards. For Ezekiel Taylor, he's now leading his team in scoring with 13. Rock Creek's lead at 4. Carson Smith, left-hand corner to Javon Taylor.
Did you see it?
I saw. That's what I was laughing at. Garrett hit the floor. Chance McFarland, that shot had no chance. That's not over and back. I hear people calling. Everything wasn't over. All right, going down the lane is Ezekiel Taylor. No good. Rebound by Garrett Gullion. We've got a foul called on Marshall McCartney of LKY. Into the game for LKY is Braylon Collins. For McCartney, that's his first personal, team's first of the quarter. So we played half a quarter. We've only had one total foul called.
And then what was the first 3 minutes of the last one? It had like 15 fouls.
Yes, both the first and second quarters. Garrett Gullion shot comes up short from behind the free throw line. Jensen Hayes off the glass count it, and Garrett Gullion's going to be whistled for his fourth. Cue up the old-fashioned three-point play.
I have it early. Did they count that? Okay.
Yeah. And they haven't posted the foul yet. I thought it was on Garrett. Yep, there it is. That's his fourth. I guess the clock keeper's not tallying the fouls, the total fouls. Maybe that's why we've only got a few. Old-fashioned three-point play by Jensen Hayes. Into the game is Keandre Davey replacing Garrett Gullion. The lead down to 1. 45-44. Javon Taylor out to Kalen Brown, top of the key, goes down the right-hand side of the lane, off the glass, up and in, count it. And we got another opportunity for an old-fashioned three-point play. That foul's on number 12, Braylon Collins. That is his second. Oh, I get it. Your dad's just not putting up our team fouls. Old-fashioned three-point play by Kalen Brown. That moves him up to 18 points. Got 3 in double figures for the Lions. Lead back to 4. In the lane, no good. Thrown up by Maddox Binge. Kalen Brown off the glass, moved down the lane. He just a little bit quicker. LKY was not able to get back. Give that foul to Ezekiel Taylor. That's his second, team's third. Kalen Brown go to the line to shoot 2. He can reach 20 points if he hits both of these. And he hits the first one. So that's 19 for Kalen. 5-point advantage, Lions. Second free throw is no good. Fight for the rebound. Chance McFarland along with Ezekiel Taylor. It's a held ball. Now, see, I'd give McFarland a rebound on that one since Rock Creek got the ball. I don't know how official stats go, but if I'm keeping book, he gets one for that. It was a good play anyway. Into the game for LKY is number 25, Marshall McCartney. Javon Taylor. Over to Kale. Nice fake. Goes up off the glass. No good. He had a lot of defense on him that time.
It did look good, though.
Yeah. And we got a foul going to be called as Marshall McCartney goes up. I think he got poked in the face somewhere. Foul is on Keandre Davey. That's just his first. I know that's not the team's first. Garrett Gullion had one, too. This is fourth. We'll call it his second. All right. Free throw by Marshall McCartney is good. 49-45. Second free throw is good. Javon Taylor on the move, pull-up jumper, 15-footer is no good there. For the rebound is Carson Smith, misses a shot, no good, and it'll go to LKY. Rock Creek bench didn't like that call. Referee just tells Chris Brown, go sit down. And we got a travel called on LKY. That's on Jensen Hayes. He didn't like that call.
No.
We ought to introduce him to Zach Clark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Zach's running a clinic.
Yeah, maybe that's it. That's it.
Like, here you go, guys. Here's when it's called. Arms down, shoulders out.
And
what?
And you never did it.
You never did it.
No. Kalen Brown pull up three-pointer is good. That's pretty shot. Kalen Brown.
Well, he is definitely taking charge on the court.
22 points for Kalen.
Is he the highest scorer of the game?
He's the leading scorer in the game. And back at the free throw line, no good. That was by Ezekiel Taylor. Here come the Lions. Chance McFarland kicks it over to Davey, out to Taylor. Looking for Kalen Brown. They're looking for Kalen now as they come down. Kalen, pull up three-pointer is no good. And we're going to have a foul called. I'm not sure it's going to be after the shot or it's a foul on Marshall. That was a late whistle, don't you think? Marshall McCartney. So they're giving him three free throws. I'm not sure why the delay on the call there. I think Kalen did a really great job of selling that foul.
That good. It was so good that they were like, okay, you go. Is this for that three-pointer that he shot?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what
yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Did they call it after the shot? because the whistle was so late. Paul Johnson and Nate Armani into the game for LKY.
So is this going to be an ultra old-fashioned three-point play? Or?
New fashioned.
Oh, yeah, that's like
newfangled.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ultra modern.
Although it's 25 years old now or more. Three-point attempt by LKY is no good. Rebound by Hayes, no good, but a foul's going to be called, I think, on Kalen Brown. It's either Kalen or Chance McFarland. That's on Kalen Brown. That attempted three-pointer was by Braylon Collins of LKY. And so Jensen Hayes will go to the line to shoot two. Oh, that's no good. For Kalen, that's his third personal foul. He had two in the first 3 minutes of the game. Second free throw by Hayes is no good. Rebound. Just getting the position over Carson Smith was Nate Armani. That foul is going to be on Carson Smith. For Carson, that's personal number 2. Each team has 4 team fouls now. I think LKY is tired. I really do.
Yeah. That's a good hook right there, though.
That was a good shot by Maddox Binge. Brings his team.
It does feel like they ran out of steam.
You know, their shots are mostly coming up short. Jumper by Chance McFarland will not fall. But they just look like they're tired. Hayes, and again, have a travel call. What do you know? He disagrees with that call.
Although I don't know how you would disagree with that. He drug his foot like 2 feet.
They didn't call the first one. He actually walked twice.
He's like, if you didn't call that one, you can't call
if
this
you're not,
one.
you're exactly.
That's just logic right there.
1:06 remaining in this third quarter. So LKY scored 26 points in the first quarter. They've scored 22 in the next 2. I don't know if I wouldn't think they're trying for the last shot of the quarter, but they might. Keandre Davey. Looks like they might be going for the last shot. Gives it up to Javon for 24 seconds. He's being guarded by Nate Armani. Gets past him, goes in the lane, gives it over to McFarland. Will not fall. Boy, he's having a tough night tonight, for shooting-wise.
Yeah.
7 seconds. I'm not sure they're going to get the ball over. We had a timeout called of 4.7 seconds. Well, that wasn't a timeout. Yeah. Okay, the official's talking to the coach for LKY, Walter Collins. Something going on the bench.
I think their players are smarting off to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. And then he does call a timeout. All right, 55-48. Rock Creek with a 7-point lead.
After that tense moment.
This is a no-nonsense official.
No. Yeah, I think their bench was smarting off towards him while he's walking.
You don't
by.
think it was the guy they just took out, do you?
I don't know.
With a double walk, only called one.
Well, he was definitely upset about that.
Yes, he was. I wasn't.
But I don't
watching.
understand. His whole foot drug across.
Yes. So who knows? I mean, it's all.
Mr. Blackburn's up.
Hey, hello, Mr. Blackburn. 4.7 seconds remaining, third quarter. See if they get off a shot. They're getting one off, just not a real good shot. Is no good by Braylon Collins. We played 3 quarters. The score is Rock Creek 55, LKY 48. We'll be back in about a minute with last quarter.
In high school sports, it's fun making big plays, facing off against your school's rival, and winning games.
But behind those exciting moments is a lot of hard work, perseverance, and mental toughness. I'm Kate Garden from Wawasee High School.
And I'm Claire Hack from Jennings County High School. High school sports help student athletes develop the mindset we need to face life's challenges, be resilient, and embrace the uncomfortable.
We learn that overcoming adversity is how we grow, and by leaning into challenges, we develop courage and integrity.
We discover there are no shortcuts to success, and that it only comes when preparation meets opportunity.
Behind all the fun and excitement of playing, we are growing as people and learning powerful life lessons through high school sports.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support the second classroom by buying a ticket to your school's athletic events. Thank you for being a champion of high school sports. This is developing resilience. This is conquering challenges. This is your IHSAA.
All right, here we begin the last quarter. 55-48, LKY has the ball. Bring it inbounds. We just saw Mr. Blackburn said he's going to be here February the 8th to watch the Lions play in person. Three-pointer is no good. That was by Marshall McCartney. Mr. Blackburn, if we do that game, which I think we are. If we do that game, maybe we can interview you.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
I think it'd be fun to get like a fan's perspective, especially one that's been watching as regularly as he has.
Yes. Keandre Davey misses the shot but puts it back up and in. For Keandre, that gives him 5 points. The lead now at 9. Rock Creek just building their lead. Three-pointer no good by Benj. Fight for the rebound. Keandre Davey with a LKY player there. I think they're going to call a foul. Huh. That's pretty good. They called a foul on a player who's not in the game. Oh, there he is. My mistake.
That's how egregious that foul was.
He's back in here. Monty Edwards. I just didn't see him on the floor. Davey along the bay. He throws the ball away. Throws into backcourt. Nice play. I thought they were going to call a foul of some sort. We're going to have a foul called on the rebound. That was Marshall McCartney trying to beat the crowd down. That's going to go on Rock Creek. It's on Javon Taylor. Did he call number 12? 24. Okay, he changes his mind. Keandre Davey with the foul. Back into the game for LKY is Jensen Hayes. For Keandre, that's personal number 2. Oh, missed him. He was open. And LKY throws the ball away. Kalen Brown with the ball in front court. Keandre Davey wide open three-pointer. That's not out. Top of the backboard's not out. It's only out if it hits the support.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, top of the back. It can. Well, we had that bar across there. Maybe that.
Yeah.
Okay, that bar would be a part of the support. We have Garrett Gullion back in. Rock Creek's changed their defense here again. Looks like a trapping zone again. Like we said earlier, last quarter, it looks like LKY's kind of run out of steam here.
Yes. Well, even their shots down low are just kind of tossing it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kalen Brown passed it over as a, that was unexpected pass and probably not a good pass either. Rock Creek maintaining its defensive intensity. Shot no good by Monty Edwards, and we're going to have another 3-point shot foul called. This one's on Chance McFarland. So going to the line will be Monty Edwards. For McFarland, that is his first. Free throw is no good. First free throw. Second free throw is good. Keandre Davey back in, replacing Chance McFarland, as we said. Chance has struggled tonight, at least offensively. And the last free throw is good. So for Edwards, that gives him 8 points. Javon Taylor just dribbling around. Pull-up jumper is good by Kalen Brown. About a 12-footer is good. He's hot tonight. Feed the bear. Give it back to him. You have that one on there still?
No, I got to go.
Because we've used that one before.
I'm using my wife's iPad to run the software.
Reverse layup by Ezekiel Taylor gives him 15. Pull-up jumper by Kalen. This time's no good. Taylor with the rebound. Jensen Hayes coming down. Gives it to Taylor. Loses control of the ball. Saves it in. No good. On the free throw, put back up and in by Ezekiel Taylor. And just we were talking about how tired they're getting. They've closed it to 5. Shows what we know.
Yep. We're just up here pushing buttons.
Yes. 59-54. Rock Creek's content just to kind of hold the ball. And here comes Javon on the move. Drops it off for Garrett Gullion. Free throw line, no good. Rebound taken out by Collins.
I really want to watch the replay on that because it did not even look like Garrett realized it was in his hands.
Yeah.
He just kind of,
It was a surprise pass to him.
Yeah, he was turning around from like a possible pick, and then it just gets dropped into his hands.
Monty Edwards with the score from down on the blocks, and that's 3-point game now, 59-56. Timeout called by Rock Creek. Full timeout, 59-56.
And they keep it interesting all the way to the end.
I thought we'd win by 10. I really did, because like we said, it looked like LKY is getting tired. After tonight, the Lions go back in action tomorrow night at Brownstown Central. That will be a tough game. All right, back to the John Harrell site,
which we're looking at.
I'm gonna get on the main boys page if the internet will let me go. My computer will let me go back. I'm going to the boys basketball page. They got a thing down there. Down the left-hand side, they have upcoming games. It's in red.
Right, yep.
They give you capsules for all the games in the state. Okay? You see Saturday? You click on Saturday, and if you scroll down through there, you'll find, I'm going to just do a search, Rock Creek yep. Academy at Brownstown, and it gives, information about that. Brownstown's 5th in 3A, Rock Creek's 19th in 1A. And you go down there, how many times they've met, their last. But the very last thing is John Harrell prediction.
Wow.
He has Brownstown by 32 points. I would hope he can make it a lot
Hope
better,
he's wrong on that one.
A lot better than that one. He's not always accurate, but
the fact that he mines this data is just insane to me. I just can't
Kalen Brown with the drive along the baseline, off the glass, up and in. Nice move. We had an LKY player
looked like he took an elbow.
Yeah, to the face.
Looks like on Kalen's push off. I don't know if he actually hit him, but when he was
right. And he just. You get hit in the nose, you know how painful that is.
Oh, yeah, you can just brush it.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You have to just wait till
Yep.
It's like getting kicked in the groin, or getting the groin. He looks like he's all right. See, I think he has to come out. because they've got the trainer out there, the coaches out there. Jensen Hayes back into the game. And that injured player was Braylon Collins, by the way. Rock Creek going to trap in the front court again in their 2-3, we'll call it a 2-3 zone. Kind of 2-3 zone. Ball stolen. Here comes Keandre Davey. Off the glass. Count it. And we're going to get time for a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Man, we found the mother lode for the old-fashioned three-point plays tonight, haven't we? This is about the fifth time we've used it.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Give that foul to Maddox Benj. That's his third. And Keandre Davey trying to convert the old-fashioned three-point play, which he does. Keandre now up with 8 points. Once again, stingy defense by the Lions, generally speaking. Taylor, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound by Monty Edwards and loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lions. 3:51 remaining in the game. 8-point lead for the Lions, 64-56. Tell you what, Carson Smith really gave a offensive push at the beginning of the game. He had like 8 points. He's got 12 now, but scoring is not his focus.
I know he's a pretty good team player.
He is.
I've never seen him force a shot if he
nice
steal.
Pass it off. Javon Taylor on the breakaway. And Javon was the one who caused that turnover. And then he got the ball back and went in for the layup. 10-point lead now.
But yeah, I've always thought Carson was a good team player. And he's a playmaker, but he doesn't take the credit for it. Gives it up.
And another turnover. LKY down to Kalen Brown. He's going to go up off the glass. No good, but a foul is going to be called. Look.
Another foul.
On Jensen Hayes, he doesn't.
No, because he says no. He says it is not. Your Honor, my client is innocent.
I like your observation. Maybe Zach is running a clinic, a camp. Kalen Brown with the free throw. Want to guess how many points that gives him?
Who? Kalen Brown? Mm-hmm. 26?
30 points. For Jensen Hayes, that's his fourth, and he goes out of the game. He's trying to explain to his coach that he didn't foul him. All right. Second free throw is good, so now 31 points for Kalen Brown. Maybe those two quick fouls lit a fire under Kalen tonight. And we're going to have a turnover on LKY. Why'd they call that before the play was dead? I don't know. It's irrelevant. Unless it hit out of bounds. That must be what it was, because that's where they're taking it out. Under 3 minutes remaining. 12-point lead. That last run by LKY was like the World War II Battle of the Bulge. It was their last offensive. Nice move once again by Kalen Brown. 33 for Kalen. I think he might have landed a little funny on that. He's favoring his leg here. Nice move, but it will not fall. That was by McCartney, Marshall McCartney. Ball's out of bounds. It'll stay at the LKY end. .220 remaining. 70-56. Three-pointer is no. Once again, short rebound. Real quickly passed out to Javon Taylor. Bad pass. Monty Edwards was the one who shot that last three-pointer for LKY. Zach Clark. Camp for disagreeing with officials. And we're going to have a charge called on Monty Edwards there. Standing up to take the charge was Keandre Davey.
Who was it?
They don't know. Was it on 34? Ezekiel Taylor? I don't think they called it on the right person, to be honest with you.
I thought they were just somebody got 5.
All right, here comes Brown. Carson Smith, three-pointer, no good. Long rebound. Here comes Edwards out with it, coming down left-hand side. Three-point attempt is no good by Binge. Rebound taken by Edwards to Taylor on the block. Lays it off the glass as Carson Smith went to the ground. Ezekiel Taylor now with 19 to lead his team in scoring tonight. 1:25 remaining. 12-point lead for the Lions. Kalen Brown loses control of the ball. It's knocked out. I have a foul called on LKY. It's on Maddox Binge. Timeout called by Chris Brown, I believe. All right, with 1 minute, 20 seconds to play, we'll be right back with final action.
Sometimes it feels like it's next to impossible being a teenager these days.
There's so much uncertainty, pressure, and comparison.
That's why I'm so thankful to be a student athlete. I'm Lena Jones from Plymouth High School.
And I'm Whitman Horton from Crawfordsville High School. High school sports surround student athletes with people who can build us up when we struggle.
Our coaches mentor us in the game and in life.
Our teammates become our best friends as we work together.
We have support from everyone around us. Managers, parents, fans, our entire communities.
It really does take a village because they all contribute. They all make sacrifices. They all want to see us succeed.
Having people who have our back and believe in us lifts us up unlike anything else.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the encouraging environment it provides by buying a ticket to your school's athletic events. This is supporting student athletes. This is believing in high schools. This is your IHSAA.
Like I said, 1 minute, 20 seconds to play, and this game will go into history books.
The Lions really turned it around, which is good.
Right before the half, you could see about
Yeah.
the last 3 minutes of the second
I
quarter.
think a combination of that, they kind of figured out, what they needed to do. The other team just got tired.
I think Rock Creek's defense really just kind of wore them down.
Yeah.
Applied a lot of defensive pressure tonight. And that's really what got their offense going, too. Kalen's first free throw is good. 71-58. 34 points for Kalen.
Man.
34 might be more than my high school career total, cumulative. Kalen's second one is good as well.
Wonder what the school's record for one game.
I don't know. It's over there on the board somewhere.
Oh, Nord got the most threes, correct?
Yeah.
That's what his was.
And we're going to have a tie-up right in front of the LKY bench. And it's going to be a timeout, LKY. All right, I've started to talk about upcoming games. Of course, tomorrow night, tough one at Brownstown. Next Tuesday, we talked about this earlier, Lions travel to Cannleton. A Tuesday night game. That's tough.
That's tough. I'm glad I don't have to drive it.
Yes.
But I do feel bad for whoever has to.
Next Friday, the Lions are at home against Providence. The following Tuesday at home against Southwestern. Those are both tough games. The 31st is homecoming night. That's a Friday night against Lanesville. That's a game you would hope the Lions should win. Followed by February the 8th, Crothersville. That's an afternoon game. Is that the game, Mr.?
Yes.
I'm not sure I can do that game. I don't remember.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Maybe you could have Zach take my place.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
That's an afternoon game. I had a couple afternoons I couldn't. And then February the 11th, which is a Tuesday night, is the rescheduled Corden game. Then they finish the season with 4 road games at Pekin Eastern, at Trinity Lutheran, at West Washington, and at Clarksville. Chance McFarland back into the game for the Lions.
Ooh.
Ball's knocked away by Kalen Brown. He picks it up in backcourt, goes all the way, puts it up and in.
He has been unstoppable this game.
37 points for Kalen. We're at 48 seconds. Nice move along the baseline by Marshall McCartney. 74-60. Javon kicks it out to McFarland. Over to Kalen. Kalen, pull-up jumper, no good. I think he wants 40. Be my
Definitely
guess.
look like he's hunting for it.
Yeah. Down to 20 seconds. Binge for a three-pointer is good. Lead down to 11. Pass ahead quickly to Gary. Oh, my gosh, Garrett going. He is just run over accidentally by Ezekiel Taylor. He was going for the ball as well.
And it looks like it's okay.
I think it is. At least it should be. Hey, it's Tool time. Trey Tooley.
Where? Yeah.
Jamarcus Russell and Shane Edwards checking in as well after this first free
Speaking
throw.
of, they got their banners up.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And it's weird. I see my own name up there. We put the baseball ones up early.
Yeah. This is the first free throw. So, you remember the old television show Tool Time?
Tool, Home Improvement.
Yeah, Home Improvement. The TV show on the TV show was Tool.
Yep.
That's what you need for the logo for the picture or words for Trey
Just drop
Tooley.
it on Tool Time.
Tool Time. Second free throw is good. Long three-pointer is way short by Edwards. Rebound by Jamarcus. Nothing going on here. That's the end of the game. Your final score, Rock Creek 75, LKY 63. Well, it was an interesting game. LKY got off to a good start. They led after one quarter 26-18. Rock Creek had a rally about 3 minutes to go in the first half. They tied it up at halftime 37-37. Rock Creek outscored LKY 18-9 in the third quarter to lead by, that's not right. They outscored them 18-11 to lead by 7 at the end of three quarters, 55-48. And then Rock Creek outscored LKY in the fourth quarter 18-15. So the final score, Rock Creek ends up winning by 10, 73-63. Let's take a look at the final scoring. First of all, for LKY, Jensen Hayes, 3 points. Paul Johnson, 3 points. Marshall McCartney, 4 points. Braylon Collins, 8 points. Monty Edwards, 10 points. Maddox Binge, 16 points. Ezekiel Taylor led the way in scoring for LK with the Saints with 19 points. So again, Hayes with 3, Edwards 10, Collins 8, Binge 16, Johnson 3, McCartney 4, and Ezekiel Taylor 19. For the Lions, Garrett Gullion 5 points, Keandre Davey 8 points, Carson Smith 12 points, Javon Taylor 13 points, and tonight's leading scorer for the entire game was Rock Creek's Kalen Brown, who ended up with 37 points. All right. Well, it was certainly a good second half for the Lions. They, we talked about gaining control, and they literally just gained control. They're near the end of the second quarter and maintained control for almost the rest of the entire game.
Yeah, they turned it around. They didn't wallow in it,
No.
Able to pull it up. It's a good game. It was that first 3 minutes was probably some of the fastest basketball we've seen this year.
Oh my gosh, yes. Did you put the box score up at the end there?
Yep.
Okay, I figured you did. I just wasn't looking. I was reading off of mine. All right, so once again, Rock Creek has a number of games left. Record now goes to 8 wins and 3 losses, and this is a win that honestly, most people expected.
Oh yeah.
I think it might have been a little closer than what people expected, though.
Yeah.
LKY.
Which may have been what the whole problem was in the beginning.
Yes, right. Just
little
underestimating, as Carson Smith pointed it out.
He did.
in his interview.
He did.
All right. Is that Hudson Beckman down there?
It is.
Hudson, or as Steve Frederick calls him, Hudson Beckwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's coming up this way.
Maybe he wants to talk to us. Maybe he wants us to interview him. So what is this? All right, if you're still hanging on, we have last year graduate Hudson Beckman. Carson's his brother. Hudson Beckman. So what's the LB? Is that Louisville Bats?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, you got a baseball cap on.
My favorite minor league team.
Oh, yeah, well, it's the closest one around here.
Right.
They're good. Tell us about yourself. What are you up to now?
These days, I'm working on getting my EMT license. I just spent the last 2 years at a trade school working to get the.
Remember you telling me that?
Yes, sir.
So EMT, I have a son-in-law who became an EMT. That's hard, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of work. It's almost like going to medical school, isn't it?
Almost, yes, sir.
Yeah. So you enjoying it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
The learning part is they call it a learning curve for a reason, but
yeah,
the experiences are fantastic.
So what do you? You're obviously here to watch the game tonight. Anybody in particular? You just come to watch?
Oh, just coming to watch. To his credit, talking to a couple of people around, it seems like Coach Brown always finds a way to put together an entertaining basketball team.
Well, that was the word we've used our last two games that we broadcast. They were both entertaining.
Absolutely.
Tonight was entertaining, especially if you win.
Right.
It's even more entertaining. But, close games that you pull out, those are the best entertaining games.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's state tournament time, then you want to beat everybody as bad as you can.
Right.
And those are entertaining.
Little sweaty palms during the regular season, you know what I mean? Just makes it that much more enjoyable.
All right. So where are you taking your EMT classes at?
Oh, I just finished up at Prosser, but it's a little bit of a process to get the test scheduled and make sure I got all my credits and all my licenses and all my certifications, but it's just being ready to take the test.
Oh, good.
So to speak.
So you're the last of the Beckmans.
Yes, sir, I am.
Or what did Mr. Frederick call you?
Beckwoman.
Beckwoman, yes. Hey, he's replaced you this year. We have a girl named, what's her first name? It's Neerman. It's Lily Neerman's sister.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, Mr. Frederick and I, we sit in the morning down there at the end of the gym.
Yes, sir.
She walks by. He goes, Near woman instead of Neerman. So she's replaced you.
Well, I'll have to talk to Mr. Frederick about that.
All right. Well, Carson, thank you for joining us. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks for coming up to talk to us.
Yes, sir.
All right. I called you Carson just now. Hudson Beckman. I'm sorry.
My dad does it. When we had dogs, I'd be called the Dogs before they got to my name, believe it or not.
That's one of the challenges of being a parent. You have multiple children. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, I've got 2 girls and 2 boys, but I sometimes have to go through my entire list before I get the right one.
I believe it.
All right. Thank you, Hudson.
It's good to see you, Mr. Burton.
All right. We'll see you. All right. Once again, we got an end to this game tonight as the Rock Creek Lions come out 12-point winners, 75-63, and I wrote it down wrong. I had 73-63. It's 75-63. So we scored 20 in the last quarter, not 18. All right. Any last thoughts from you before we get out?
I have none. He said it was fun to talk in the microphone. It does.
It's a difference, isn't it?
It is.
Yes. It's different than talking into that handheld. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. We'll be back. We'll be back on the air sometime soon. I don't think I'll be here next Friday. That's Providence. So it'll be the following Tuesday, Southwestern, and then the following Friday, Lanesville. I'll be here for both of those. All right.